Hello everyone and welcome back to my Borderlands 2 DLC series thing that I still haven't really decided on a name for. We got the tape for Crazy Herbert last time, or the tapes rather. So now let's continue. There we go, that wasn't so difficult. I'm still interested in legendaries, I'm just not going to farm for them on this playthrough anymore. Time constraints, but I probably mentioned those before. I know you can get up here somewhere, but apparently not here. Let's try the other side. Oi. Not quite sure if that was me being derpy or if that was the game pushing me off that ledge. Ah. No, I do believe it's from up here that you can get to where I want to be. Yes. Indeed so. And then I think you can just jump up here. And you get a few badass points for that. Which is a fun way for the game to reward exploration, I think. Quite enjoy that. And just hop down here. Now, as I said in the next DLC, I will not be doing all the side quests, but in this one I think they're actually kind of funny, so I'm gonna show you pretty much all the side quests, I believe.
Once you deliver those with the last piece of the compass, Scarlet will have to take me back. The last compass piece is in that chest. Ah, must be rusted. Rusty. Just shoot the lock. Oh, your shot destroyed the last piece of the legendary compass. Whoops. Looks like when you shot the lock, you blasted the final compass piece into bits. Okay, this is bad. No, wait! I can make a replacement. I just need parts. Just get to the Washburn Refinery. Go!
Now, of course, I'm being punished for the fact that I sent this away last time. So now we'll have to wait. I just wasn't sure if you have to activate it once to make it active. I've been playing a bit of Dark Souls before this, trying to record an episode, but actually I just ended up farming for 20 minutes and then decided to screw it. But in Dark Souls, a lot of shortcuts need to be used once before they can be... before they're completely active. I'm thinking about the cages in Sense Fortress, for example, or the elevators before, or I guess from Undead Parish to Firelink Shrine, the ones just before the gargoyles fight. And these just, you need to use them once so they become active and you can use them in both directions. So I kind of had this instinct that it would be the same in this game. I don't believe it actually is, thinking about it now. But yeah, we want to enter Washburn Refinery now. Basically find the stuff that he needs to fix the compass piece. So let's start from Wormwater. You also have a side quest to turn in.
Really can't understate just how unserious I was being about the no fatties thing. I actually prefer overweight men.
See? Desperate.
Sup, yo? This here scooter coming at you from Sanctuary. I needs me some old ass scraps from y'all's rust yard to keep the city's engines a-turning. If it's sturdy and metallic and can give you lead poisoning just from looking at it, grab it and ship it my way, alright?
Okay, we will do that. Guess might as well do it now. I never liked how you could only get this side quest after you'd gotten you basically can only get this after you've done the primary quest in the Rust Yard, so you can't do it while you're there anyway. And I think the third DLC, the Big Game Hunt, does that even more, where it keeps sending you back into areas you've already been. And that, to me, just feels like desperately stretching out the content. I am not a big fan of having to redo areas. Though there should be enemies here. I mean, the barrels have respawned, so there they are.
More sand in your eyeballs! I won't kill you! I promise! Stop killing my friend!
Well, stop being friends with dead people then. Oh, I've recently picked up on a web series anime style thing called Ruby, which I quite enjoyed, so at first it seemed a bit, childish and ridiculous to me, but actually in retrospect it's surprisingly entertaining, and it's not only the typical anime style kind of silliness. There's it's got more serious undertones, so I could still enjoy it. I'm not a big fan of the standard anime, androgynous teenagers killing God, Final Fantasy kind of stuff. Always makes me feel a bit ridiculous, but that Ruby thing is actually kind of cool. Plus, it's got some pretty cool fight scenes, and some pretty mediocre ones as well. But overall, it's kind of well made. So yeah, it's spelled R-W-B-Y. So not technically how you spell Ruby. That's just kind of. Well, there's a red girl and a white girl and a black girl and a yellow girl. So R-W-B-Y. Ah, it cancelled my my animation there. I think somewhere up here is one of the dolls you're meant to squeeze. Somewhere in this area anyway, I don't know precisely. I know all about your Department of Pool Boy Studies. I bet he regretted pulling me in. because I'm not a very precise shot. Oh, what? He circled me quickly. Unless I'm much mistaken. Yeah, the next pieces are even further along. Yeah. So this quest, it just feels like, I don't know. It doesn't feel well made because you end up having to go through this area again with all the enemies respawned, and there's really no way to avoid that. I guess you could do it the next time you try to you go here for the primary quest, but for the primary quest you just need to go up there, so you take the shortcut, which means you don't really pass through the areas where the garbage pieces are anyway, or the, well, it's not really garbage, it's, I don't know, usable scrap. I just prefer if they somehow made this where you don't have to get the enemies to respawn. Or if they just give you the quest before you enter this area the first time, which is... I know it would be more convenient to the player, but maybe they felt it would be a bit, I don't know, lame. Like it would feel repetitive, always getting all the quests for an area and then going through the area and then finishing all the quests while you're there, kind of thing. But honestly, I don't see the problem. It just, I don't know. I don't know what the issue was. Oh dear. That was not smart. But also not much of an issue. Okay, now I believe we'll have a problem. Yeah, because there's a glitch with this section. I can't continue this right now. So this gate is meant to open, and then enemies are meant to spawn. But because I've just been in this area recently, as you can see, there's still a drop there, which didn't drop this time, and all the enemies didn't spawn. I've killed these enemies so recently that basically they haven't had time to respawn yet. It takes a while because I didn't quit the game in between. They're still not there. And that means the enemies don't spawn that are associated with the opening of this gate, so the gate doesn't open. And there's not really any way through. You could probably grenade jump, but I'm no good at that. So the only thing you can do in this case is quit and reload. And that'll make all the enemies respawn, so you can actually go through there again. But the next section I'll just do when I hand in the primary quest. So let's go to Wormwater. I'm still not quite convinced I actually want to do the second DLC at all, really. I'll probably just blaze through the main quests and ignore the side quests, maybe with one or two exceptions, but in general I don't find them very interesting and they are very, very repetitive, so probably not gonna bother. Damn it. Now this first DLC at least feels kind of fun though. I do not like the second one because it's incredibly padded out. Okay, I think this is not the... yeah, this is not the harpoon ship, but we'll be okay. So the caravan that we looted the first time around is still kind of going. Except this time I think there's just 3 of these chests on it. Which, because I played Borderlands 1, these chests still feel special. Because in Borderlands 1 these were the good chests that had the basically highest drop rate, with the possible exception of the ones in the Secret Armory DLC. But I still somehow feel like these chests are better, even though I believe in this game I don't think at least there's not such a huge difference. There might still be one, I'm not certain, but if there is, it's not as big. I know there's enemies here. I don't know where it was. I believe at some point I've spoken about the Ruby thing that I've been watching, and I was down on the ending of the 3rd season, which I still am. But in general it's enjoyable, so I don't know. I guess the writing isn't perfect, but it's well worth a watch. And the writing might not be such an issue for everyone. I'm kind of particular about certain things in writing that I really dislike. There is this thing that I've read, this writing advice, that if you use coincidence to get your characters into trouble, that's just fine. But if you use coincidence to get them out again, that's terrible. And I kind of agree with that. So, something bad happens, I don't know, car breaks down, right? Coincidence. And that might be a starting point for a whole thing that gets your characters into trouble, and it might start something off. And that's good. But if I don't know, they're pursuing someone who got away, and then the one they pursued suddenly has car trouble, and that's the only reason they catch him, that's kind of bad writing. And I feel that the particular kind of fiction that the Ruby stuff is, they end up ramping up the stakes for the finale, making the super strong enemies. And this person they're now fighting is even stronger than anyone they've ever faced before. Similar to how, something like One Piece would always have to give you an even stronger enemy the next time around. And for me, that's never really worked.
I can rebuild the last part of the compass, but I'll need some samples of polycritin. And once you get those, I can rebuild the key and give it to Scarlet, and it'll help her find where the treasure is buried, and she'll marry me, and we'll have 100 babies, and I'll never die. It'll be perfect.
Don't think that's quite gonna happen, but you have your dreams. Oh, there you are. I still have the muscle memory from playing the Macromancers to some extent, so still not playing very defensively, even though maybe I should on occasion. I just I'm so used to her being able to just tank everything. As long as you DPS enough, you're invincible.
Yes, just a few more bits of polycritin. I've studied the lost treasure of the sands for months now. I'll rebuild the compass. For her.
Okay. And this is SensorBot.
Pandora. I am the Censorbot. All lewd behavior must be stopped. A deviant known as P3RV-E is in possession of sexually explicit materials. Please murder him because morality.
Okay. Will do. Basically, my point is that it's poor style to yeah, let's go with this. Why not? I think it's poor style to write a story and then, because you can't figure out how to get your characters out of trouble, you have to invent new superpowers for them or things along those lines. And yeah, I don't know, I may have mentioned this in... What did I record recently? I don't even remember. I know I mentioned it at some point, but... Basically that's my gripe with the ending of Season 3, that... you know, everything's very desperate and there's this all these super strong enemies and, you know... it's really quite a tragic moment, and then the main character suddenly goes, hey, actually, I have these magical powers that can insta-kill you. Which have, up to that point, never come up. Now, surprise twists and all that can work out well. But I feel there needs to be some kind of foreshadowing to it. Like, if the writer knows from the very beginning that there is something more to it, then, you know, you kind of slowly edge your way towards it, and that can work out. But, yeah, I think... Did I mention it a few episodes ago in this? I don't even remember, but... I don't know. I'll stop talking about it now in case it's already come up in this very series.
Please stop.
I am still not very good at using my action skill.
Ouch.
Even though it really is very useful, I quite like this action skill on this character, but I just end up not using it much. Well, aren't you lucky that success is imminent?
You stop.
Aww, not so imminent after all. So we need to get the perv. But first, it's a bit more of a siege to fight through here. I do not like these power loaders when they spin the whatever it is, I guess forklift type arms they have. They are a pain.
Stop.
Should have brought a corrosive weapon for this bit.
Freeze.
I think we need to go up.
First law is life protection.
Bedtime.
Okay, so this is the halfway point. I'm not sure if I missed any of the Crichton stuff.
You know, I bet Scarlett's getting lonely. Yep, I'm pretty sure she regrets kicking me out to the rust yard.
Nope.
I think this is where we have Perf.
I enjoy looking at airbrush images on reproductive wounds.
Lethal force authorized.
Now, plans against explosive contraband. It must be studied further.
I mean, I wonder why a robot would look at that kind of porn, but fair enough. No, let's go back to him.
A great blow to the perversion corrupting Pandora. Return to me for more work.
Incidentally, behind this gate here, which isn't open right now, is one of the raid bosses, Hyperion the Invincible. I'm not going to be fighting him though. I should probably end the episode though by 26 minutes. I'm trying to be a little more consistent with the length. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.